Hey, so didn't we talk about like giving
Oh,
at least some manner of description of characters because there was still confusion about
yes,
who
we have
was
not
who?
actually done that yet. So, before we actually get into it, please take a moment into our third session to describe your characters because I keep forgetting to do this.
To be fair, everyone else does as well.
So, we're gonna start it off, Alex, because we're just gonna go how it is in the gameplay channel order. So, Alex, if you wouldn't mind starting us off.
Okay. Okay, so where are we again?
Well,
No.
character description. Like, describe what your character looks like, because we
Oh
actually.
my god!
Done,
Oh,
yeah.
right, yeah, okay.
See, it's just
Good
something
God.
that we kind of glossed over, and it keeps getting brought up, and then I'm like, yeah, we'll get to it. And
Yeah,
then
we'll do
we
it next
never
time.
do.
Okay, alright, so Alex is, she's a human female. She's average size, maybe a little bit short for her age. She's only 19, still quite young. She's muscular but lean from a life spent traveling from town to town. She's got dark, slightly bluish hair, roughly cut, usually tied back into a ponytail. And yeah, I don't know if there's any other salient details. Feel free to ask questions.
Cecil, your go.
I'm gonna say he's about 5'10", average guy, human male, brown hair, kind of curly on the side, quiet calm. Has a lot of belt pouches.
Ah, so he was made by Tetsuya Nomura.
What?
You are Batman.
He has lots of belts. He was made by Tetsuya Nomura.
Oh yeah, he's also got a bandolier covered in pouches, which is
Ah, yes.
yeah. Look, man, I'm a rogue.
Fair enough.
Half my combat ability comes from not doing combat.
Pockets.
Yes. Yeah, pretty average looking guy. Think kind of along the lines of Indiana Jones.
Shit, we're playing with Harrison Ford?
Not quite. Think,
Don't get cocky, kid.
I see you.
yeah, just think Indiana Jones. That's good.
Yeah.
All right, Zelos.
Alrighty. Essentially, looks
him.
quite a bit like the character I'm basing him off of. The only like striking difference, because Cody wanted me to make a couple differences, was like instead of his long, sexy ass red hair, it's I guess basically think like I guess like Link in Breath of the Wild, like that kind of like matted, maybe as a little ponytail type thing, but it's silver hair, not red.
Take a shower if your hair is matted. Holy shit.
Well, like just like I guess like just not like he doesn't like comb his hair, but it's not like greasy. Aside from that, like he like his adventurer's pack, he like slings over his shoulder, basically like any of you who know me from school see how I sling a bag over my shoulder just like that. That's essentially
Single strapping constantly.
my bag is a single strap. Yeah, essentially that's him.
All right, Narb.
I am Hugh Jackman as a 3-foot gnome.
And with orange hair.
Oh my god.
He's a ginger Hugh Jackman,
Yep,
but 3
ginger.
feet tall.
That is the most simplistic way I can say it.
We can also like share your character art.
Oh yeah, oh man, I have to go find it again.
Psh.
I actually might have that.
I'm just imagining like Hugh Jackman with like I'm imagining like a regular sized torso but really short legs.
Tommy Tiny Legs.
I found it.
There he is.
Thank you.
He got fan art before he even got to play it.
Yep. because the idea
Great.
was too good.
Yeah.
All right. And is that it then, Narb?
Yeah.
Grom.
Yeah, so I'm about as tall as Torash, 7'2", probably the biggest orc you've ever seen. Brown skin, not really wearing any armor, just basic hide pants and shoes.
Oh, good. You're a Maghar.
Huh? Yeah,
I said,
yeah,
oh, good,
basically a
you're
Maghar.
Maghar.
Yeah. No hair on his head. He likes to use either some kind of like face paint or blood or whatever is available for his face to decorate it for battle.
Yes.
He's got a single leather shoulder pad on his right shoulder. And actually, I went ahead and I did this a couple weeks ago.
Neat.
Fucking neato, dude.
Yeah.
I imagine that shoulder pad is there exclusively for charging.
Or just to finish out looking like Kratos.
It's so Narb has a comfy seat. Let's be honest.
That's
I
true.
was about to say.
Need a seat, man.
All right. And as for the other three, well, we have Human, who is in rags that punches things. We have Green Lizard Man, and we have Blue Lizard Man in armor. So, shall we start?
I think we might be good.
Shoot. Jensen said he couldn't make it this week, right?
I don't
He
remember.
did.
Yeah, what's he doing? I wonder. He might just be on Discord just to
Looking
hang
in.
out while he's doing.
Yeah,
I
he's
don't know.
just-
Whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
But if you can't join in, that's fine. Like I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure because last week he said that this week you couldn't make it. So, all
Yeah.
right. So, last week we ended with you guys getting your quests and getting stuff sorted in town, figuring out that there is Scryer Dan wants help dealing with the goblins that are raiding the farms. Lady Tari wants somebody to rescue her or find her cat, and the town just has wanted flyers up and around for Klugar the Black and Dash. And we ended last week back in the town square because you guys had separated to ask about these jobs. So you guys had ended in town square, kind of discussing what to do next.
Alright, I had already decided that I needed to do some shopping before we went on our way.
That sounds all about right. I remember one thing we were discussing. I don't remember how far, like what we said, but people brought up the idea of setting traps, but myself and a few others were reserved against it because we're looking for somebody's pet.
I specified
Well-
non-lethal traps.
We're not using the
I'm
cat
still-
bait.
It's still generally a good idea when you're trying to find something for somebody, especially when she said it will follow you if lured. Don't trap it. Because that puts into... Well, actually, Cecil, give me a survival.
Alright.
No, sorry, give me a nature check, rather.
Alright.
My bad.
I was gonna say, aren't they almost
Does not matter, worth
That's
a day.
holy shit.
All right.
No,
Oh,
you
wow.
know from the little bit of traveling you've done, you know that in scenarios where you've had to hunt animals or try to trap them or whatever like that, they get a hell of a lot more defensive and a lot more agitated and are more likely to attack. So it's probably a good idea to not attempt that on a panther that can probably out-stealth all of you.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because like raccoon or like a regular cat, I don't give a fuck, just throw it in a sack. But panther, that's a little harder.
It's gonna murder you and everything you love.
You can make a non-lethal trap, but if it's like little bits of rope, it will probably break out, and it will not be happy no more.
Yeah, so how about I just cover goblin management?
I'm assuming Pierre shares, Cecil shares this with the rest of the group.
Well, yeah, this was more so. in aiding with the discussion. So like where he was saying, why don't we trap it? Then it would be like, that check was kind of to, give himself the afterthought of, is that actually a good idea?
I had
Okay.
wait a minute.
Modifies the
Yeah.
conversation.
Okay, gotcha. So then Alex says, so I guess what we should be trying to do is lower it. And I guess Panthers, I guess if we were to use someone to lure it, it would need to be someone who has good survival skills. Someone who's used to being out in the wild.
Zealous was given some actual meat bait, whatever, cat food.
Yeah.
You were actually at the. You actually went to Scryer, Dan, while the other half of the group went to the tavern.
We already met up at this point.
Yeah.
So we
are
back
traded
talking.
information.
But
Okay.
you do not have the meat. It was told to you that when you go out looking for the panther,
Next
Lady
day.
Tari will make it for you.
Yes.
We could get
Yeah.
it then.
If we're
Gotcha.
looking for, if we have to bait somebody, we do have a member of our party who is, maybe 2 feet
I will end your
tall,
life and everything you.
and we could go ahead and use it to lure. We're not losing much if we
I will.
lose it.
End you.
Are you saying this in character?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
I
I
bare
knew that
my
was a
teeth.
character.
Alex is gonna look at Narb, give him a quick once over, and say, I don't know, he doesn't look like much.
I threw you across ground.
By
English.
feet. But
Oh,
Yeah,
God, that's a
we
big
should
word for you,
probably-
little guy.
okay. This is
I will
annoying.
hurt you.
All right. Well, you two bicker. I'm gonna go buy some materials. I'll meet you guys at the Pike Point.
Alright.
In all seriousness, though, I was more than willing
All
to
right.
help
Well,
with the
one sec, Pierre.
I
Anna,
need
Marcus?
a moment to get together my shopping list.
Get your
so-
shopping list, and you have
I'll
all
go
the
see.
prices and stuff too, right?
Yeah, I got my
You-
player's
yeah,
handbook in
okay.
front of me.
Yeah, that's good. All right. So while you're doing that, actually, then Anna, Marcus, do you want to do your thing?
Yeah.
Which thing was that again? I totally forgot what we were gonna do. Karma.
We were gonna go visit a leather worker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So do I or Marcus and I roll to try and find a leather worker efficiently, or
I mean, you can, or you can ask one of the locals, because you have a local in your party, besides the one that just left.
Yeah.
yeah, but we're not on good terms, so we're gonna do it ourselves.
With Alex?
What?
But
No.
Alex is
What?
here.
Yeah,
Oh,
Alex.
I thought you
Alex
meant-
lived in
Yeah,
town.
I've lived here for the last 4
I'm
years.
fine with Alex.
I
Yeah,
thought he
only
meant.
Cecil left.
Yeah, I thought he meant to. Yeah, shit.
No, Cecil went to go shopping and such.
Yeah, forgive me. Yeah, forgive me.
So then I will have to ask Alex. So, do you know any leather workers around here? Somebody who's good at, maybe making something with a couple things we may have acquired.
Someone who's good at leather.
I don't English. Yes.
Yeah, I think there's a few leather workers in town. I've been around a couple of times, picking up some stuff for the farmer family I lived with.
Ah, excellent. Wow, I actually said a good word.
Can you show us?
That's
Could
a
you-
big word for you.
You're still right there, and I know you.
So much fun being an asshole.
You guys aren't gonna make it 30 fucking feet.
Oh, shut up.
That's a long distance for him to cover.
Anyways, could you show us to where we need to go?
He doesn't have to cover the distance. He's riding on my shoulder.
That's why he's got a motor carrier.
Could just be yeeted that far.
You can just eat him to his location.
Yeet transport.
Yes.
So yeet me in the direction of.
Alex points. Yeah, it's about quick calculation. It's about 100 feet that way. Think you can make it, Garam?
You don't know my name.
Oh,
Fuck, we still don't. Why?
think you can make it?
Why?
large orc person.
Right.
It occurred to me that I never learned your name. What's your name?
My name's Grum.
Hi, Grom. Nice to finally learn your name.
Hi.
Awkward exchange
I
later.
start walking in the direction she
Yep.
pointed.
I'm just gonna. Alex is gonna look around for a minute and then shrug and follow you guys.
Alright.
Zelos will do the same. He has nowhere else to go.
We have a posse.
Hey.
All right, so you give them direction then, Alex.
Yeah, we're all going together.
Yeah. Yes, I
Yeah,
do.
we're all.
Yeah, it's to the east, into this large white void expanse.
Ah, yes.
It's jolly good.
Can't for the life of me find fucking string.
We're going to Lethbridge?
Leather.
Oh, I'm
Leather
so
shop.
happy right now.
Is it all the goblins?
That looks like a legitimate business, you guys.
Once I actually get a hang of the Dungeon Painter Studio, I'll actually start making some of these things.
It's all good, man.
I mean, we have a beautiful leather shop.
Yeah, I think this. You know what, Alex, you'll be the artist from now on.
Isn't
Yeah.
that just leap?
Okay.
Leather.
Lemur.
Lemur
Okay,
shop.
so, I won't make you do a. I won't actually. Are you going with them,
Who?
Alex? Are you going with them, or are you
Yeah,
just
she's
going?
with us.
are. We're
Oh,
all
you are going. Okay.
Yes, the four of us.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was like a here's direction.
We have leather.
Go away.
We got leather.
Yeah, no, I came with them.
Yeah,
Partly out
Okay,
of
okay,
curiosity and partly out of just to make sure they got to the right place.
Oh, that's fine. All right. So.
We found it.
Alright, so yeah, you guys walk for a little bit. It's not directly in, like, it's not anywhere near the marketplace, or the town square. It's a little bit off to the side of the market district. But you guys do make it there. And it's actually, at this point, I think we said that last time it was in the afternoon, not quite evening. So it's
Yeah.
probably around 3 to 4-ish currently.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
So you guys are actually getting there while all of the, like, there's a few stalls that are also set up. We've got we've got just a few small carts sitting here and there with small wares. You've got people selling baubles and trinkets from other places. You've got a totally legitimate desert relics cart for relics from the Forlorn Sands. You've got the magical items cart. You've got all sorts of stuff, and they're just all of these carts. They're still open, but it does look like that now that business is slowing down, they're gonna start packing stuff up to get ready to move, or just to stay the night. You don't really know.
So we actually made it here.
Just in time.
Congratulations for finding the place.
All right, so Parker, you can subtract an inspiration dice for that one. I'm just kidding. Anyway, so yeah, you guys make no problems there. It's still open. Business is slowing down. It's getting to the point where people are going to start, taking off, getting dinner before starting the grind again the next day.
Hey, Cody, quick question.
Yeah, what's up?
I couldn't find any specific thing for string, so could we just say that 10 feet is 2 silver?
Yeah, that's fine. It's string. It's not like, dude, 10 feet of string for 2 silver. It's 1 silver. It's not that expensive, my guy. Like, we can call it at 1 silver. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you guys get to the leather shop. I'm assuming you guys are heading in.
Yeah.
Wait, sorry. What were
Yeah.
the Sorry, what were the booths around? Like,
So there were a bunch of different stalls, but some of note were the magical items cart. One that another wagon that does look like it's been through the sand, like the wood is being worn out. It looks like it's been sandblasted, and it's Forlorn Sands relic hunters. Then you've just got some smaller stalls of people from selling items from different parts of the country. It's nothing extravagant except for that magical item stall.
okay. So, have we all went inside, or are we all still like hanging out outside?
That's up to you guys.
I was gonna
Okay, well, I turned to Alex and I asked, do you think any of these places would have any sort of, or any place in town would have any sort of tranquilizing substance?
Alex finishes chewing the bite of dinner that she brought along with her to the D&D session.
I love to imagine her just walk around with a chicken leg.
You know, that's not too off point for her character, to be honest.
love it.
Y'all got
Um,
some chicken?
Alex thinks for a moment and then says, I don't know about tranquilizers or anything medical, really. I'm sure there's some people around you could talk to about that, but, you know, not my thing.
I'm just thinking if
Alex,
we find this panther, we might need to find some
You
stuff.
do know, Alex, that being on a farm, like working as a farmhand for a while, you do know that there were times when the animals did need to be tranked in order to get safely transport, or if they were sick or whatever, and that was the easier method. You do know
Okay.
that there are tranquilizers, but you were never really privy to where they were obtained because you were never the one who got them.
Okay.
But you do know that there is somewhere in town that you could potentially find that.
Okay. So yeah, there is somewhere in town, but I honestly have no idea where it is.
Damn.
Hang on. Alex goes up to the guy at the magical shop booth,
All right.
and she's gonna ask him, "Hey, do you know where I could get some tranquilizers?"
I follow and just kind of say something to put down, like not put down, but like sedate, like a big cat or like a panther type thing.
So you approach the magical items cart, and it is in this instance, he's a gnome. He's a small gnome, roughly around 3 feet, and he looked like he's got glasses. He's got he's got a kind of a bandolier, but with like little tinkering tools in it. He also behind him has what appears to be a donkey, but is mechanical.
Oh.
So he's
And
basically
as-
rock.
And as you approach, as you're approaching his stall, he's very noticeably excited that somebody is coming. He kind of starts shuffling stuff on the cart top. Just time to make it look pretty for the customers. I wonder what kind of things they'll buy. And he's muttering out loud to himself.
Oh no.
But then as you approach, and you ask for tranquilizers, oh shoot, that was the wrong thing. I just need to do a real quick roll.
Oh no, I'm so scared.
You guys seem like all right people, but at the mention of tranquilizers without context, he's kind of a little. He's not as excited anymore. We'll say. He's noticeably settled down and is kind of got this look of why would they want that on their face?
Yeah, okay.
Worry not, friend. This isn't for anything malicious. We're trying to, I guess you could say we're trying to reclaim our friend's, let's go with cat, and I'd really rather not have my eyes clawed out.
Yeah, we're not trying to kidnap anyone or anything.
Yeah, let's just. I just kind of whispered. Yeah, let's say that out loud to him. That's not gonna look suspicious at all.
The two highest charisma characters everyone.
So when you guys say, so at the first thing where it's like we don't mean like we don't have any malicious intent, or we're trying to catch a cat. He kind of, well, can't you just use a bag? Like,
No,
if it's just a cat, can't you grab it, throw it in a sack, and bring it back?
No,
if
it's
it were
a
a
big
regular
cat.
cat, yeah, but like, let's say that cat was 15, 20 times larger than the cat you're thinking of.
Hold on. This wouldn't be by any chance for Lady Tari, would it?
Yes, it would.
Again, there's a reason I had to switch to a mechanical donkey. If it's tranquilizers you seek, that's not really my expertise, I'm afraid. That would be more of an herbalist's job.
Would you know where we could find one?
Why, yes, Lady Agatha is just on the other side of the marketplace. And upon looking in that direction, you now see a small build. It's, in like older, like the olden times when it was, you would run shops out of your home type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's that. It's her house, but she has, like, you can see that she's got plants growing in her windowsills. She's got a bunch of different herbs in pots outside, and then there is the big sign out front that says Agatha's Apothecary.
I'm just picturing essentially the fairy godmother's house from Shrek 2.
Kind of,
Oh my
but
God.
less evil.
She was a saint.
That's good.
So, so he points over there, and but unfortunately, it would appear that business hours are done for her.
Of course they would be.
Oh, well, that's sad to hear, but maybe you can help us. Do you have anything that we might be able to use to capture or immobilize or otherwise, prime a cat for capture?
I left all my wands of hold monster at home. No animated ropes. And as he's like listing off his inventory, like the inventory that he doesn't have, you're kind of getting the sense that this is more of like high-end magical items.
Okay.
Not so much. Not like there is stuff that could help you, but they're higher-end magical items. So they're like uncommon upwards type thing. Or sorry, they're uncommon upwards, and it'll be like multitudes of 10 to a few hundred gold.
Oh.
Okay.
So he's kind of just listing his wares, and so as he finishes, it doesn't appear that I have anything really. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. All right. Well, I guess we better go see what Agatha can do for us.
Just 1 second first here. Cody, just read this, then I'm sending you my chat.
Who did that?
Who made a toad house?
Me.
Amazing.
Wait, you're sending something, Pierre? Oh, sorry, Parker? Yeah, I see.
Yeah. How do I do that? Sorry, I know I'm killing pace here.
No, that's cool. You're trying to do something.
Alright, so while that's going on, Grom and Narb, were you going into the leather shop?
Yes.
Okay,
You're
so
walking
we'll
in.
start to resolve that. So as you guys step in, you see a bigger man, a Goliath actually.
And just question, we all walked in, or are Alex and I still with the other?
You guys would have been doing, because you guys stopped at the leather shop, and then you guys split off to go talk to the gnome, and then you went to the apothecary. Well, yeah, so you would have been to the gnome, and they would have gone in.
Oh, so we're still at the gnome?
Yeah, as this is taking place, you're still talking to the gnome technically, but
Okay.
as you guys come, you guys will eventually wander on in there and whatever. So.
Okay. Well then,
Okay.
before we leave, I whisper to Alex, "Flirt with him."
Oh, flirt. Okay.
See if we can get something for free. If he knows anything more.
Okay. Alex is gonna kind of lean onto the booth a little bit. Kind of get a little bit more intimate, and she's gonna say, "Well, it's a shame that you can't help us at all. I'd be really grateful if you could do something for me."
All right, give me a persuasion.
Can do. How's that?
Oh yeah.
Holy crap. He looks at you. I am going to actually do something real quick here. As you lean over and I'm assuming, are you giving it like more of a sultry voice as well?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you're leaning on his cart and he talking in a more sultry accent, he leans in and listen, Missy, I know what you're trying to do. I just want to pack up my cart so I can start going, please.
Ooh.
He rolled
Oh,
hella
boy.
insight.
Oh boy, we got a fighter.
All right. Well, Alex doesn't back down from a fight or otherwise.
Shit.
Should we just get a Deadpool going? I feel like we should.
All right. Alex is gonna. Oh, what is Alex gonna do? All right, Alex is gonna give it another shot. She's gonna, she's gonna put on the charm a little bit more. Turn it up and say, "Are you sure there isn't anything you can do for us?"
Give me another persuasion.
Roll one.
Here comes the one.
Don't fuck.
Oh!
That's not what I said.
It's not.
So
Hey, Nick, can I borrow your dice, dude?
I mean,
You don't want them. I'm used to following good rolls on flirting with this one shopkeeper.
Listen, I can't. I can't help you. The items, I can't just give you anything. What I can do, if it'll help, I'll be here for another few days. I was just gonna go down to one of the inns. If you're going to try to deal with this panther, I can offer you the use of my alchemy jug.
Ooh. That was Alex didn't just go ooh, that was just me being interested.
I mean,
Although okay. Alex is gonna say, "Oh, well, that sounds great. Looking forward to it." And then I guess she's gonna beckon to Zealous and kind of, motion that we should follow the others, I guess.
Yeah.
And as I leave, I'm gonna I'm gonna wink at the gnome, give him some finger guns, and say, "See you around, Tiger."
You are incredibly lame.
you are the least charismatic person I've ever heard of. Mostly because I've done that myself.
Pierre, look at the roll. It's a 20. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
So, as you
Spread
give
your
him
ass
that little, as you give that little, you see him kind of squirm a little bit, and the mumbling that he was doing to himself, it's not. You can tell it's not directed at himself anymore. He's talking to the donkey.
Okay.
What is going on with this town?
Oh my god.
I just don't understand it, Bucko. What's going on?
This is why Alex never stays in one spot for more than 5 years.
All right. So as this is going on, we're gonna jump into the leather shop now.
Good work back there, Alex. I can see
All right,
how you
so,
won over Scalar.
Dirty.
As I was saying, Grom and Nard, you walk into the leather shop, and they're working in the... Like, he's actually working currently, stitching a few leathers together, is a Goliath. He's fairly average for a Goliath, about 6.5 feet. Muscular, and he's got, like, the shop smells. He's got skin, he's got hides being prepared, like, hanging in his shop, being dried and being ready to be turned into leather for his craft. So it stinks like tanning oil. Like
It smells like piss.
It stinks like tanning oil, and you can kind of see bits of like some of the fresher hides. And this man definitely gets his own material. So as you open the door, a little bell dings, and he looks up from his latest piece of work. And as he looks up, you see that he's got like just this tiny pair of glasses, and he's kind of just nudges them pushes them back up the bridge of his nose, and he's kind of taken aback for a moment seeing an orc walk into his shop. But him, like the rest of the town, operates on a if it's not attacking me, I don't have to be afraid of it, or I don't have to worry about it too much kind of mentality. So he settles down, especially when he sees a gnome riding in beside him. Because there's no way, in his mind, there's no way that just a savage orc is going to partner with such a small gnome.
Hey,
a regular orc would eat you, boy.
Oh, you're not wrong, but stranger things have happened.
Anyway, so
Now I'm wondering what it would taste like.
As you guys approach the counter, he walks, or he kind of gets up, puts the stitching down, sets the leathers off to the side, and with one elbow onto the counter, head resting on his fist, in a deep voice, "What can I do you for?"
Oh, Carm, just a quick question.
Yeah.
Are you holding it right now, or am I holding that?
I just have it in my bag. I was gonna just...
You have any? Okay, cool. That's what I just want to make sure of real quick. All right, so I'm just gonna point to Grom real quick and just say, my friend here needs a little work done. We got ourselves a nice little trophy,
I
and
whip out the skull.
He looks at it. Let's see. He's kind of just eyeing it, and yeah, I've killed enough bears in my time. Looks like a female one.
it was a pretty big, bitch to say.
Yeah, I've definitely had a few of those encounters. Animal and not.
Ooh.
Zing.
So, what do you want done with this trophy?
Well, my friend wants to kind of wear it as a decoration, and
I point at my shoulder, the shoulder pad.
he just kind of wants to wear it right there if this is all possible for you.
Let's see. So he's gonna reach out to does your friend speak?
Yes.
Can I have the skull for a moment?
I hand it to him.
He's not very good with words. I'm sorry.
Not everybody is. He's holding the skull in one hand. He's like looking over the top of his glasses, just examining the skull. Well, the bottom jaw is kind of shattered.
Well, this is just the top of the skull, like the bottom.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you guys kept everything or not. My bad.
No,
because
just a
you
good
said
bit.
the bottom was gonna
Okay,
get
so,
ruined.
Well, the bottom of the skull's missing, like the bottom jaw.
That had an unfortunate accident a little earlier in the day.
Well, you know what? For what you're wanting, half the skull, half the price.
I like it.
I will need that shoulder pad too, friend.
I begin to unbuckle.
And I'm gonna make sure I'm nowhere near that, so I don't fall down.
Judging on materials, I won't be able to get this done today. Probably later tomorrow. You're looking at about 2 gold.
2 gold? Easy, my friend.
Alright.
You want it now or after?
Bring me the money when you pick up your item.
Will do, sir.
Is there anything else you were looking for? Maybe some armor?
Do you have any kits that let me make stuff?
I mean, you don't need much of a kit to make stuff. Depends on what you want to make.
Leather stuff.
Well, if you're gonna be killing stuff like these bears again, might be nice to be able to work your own leather. I've got a more experienced leather worker's kit, something that's more for it's not a mobile kit, we'll say that much. For something like a beginner's kit, you might just want to go to the general store.
Okay.
Is there a timeline you needed this done by tomorrow?
I shrug.
Oh shit, I'm just thinking like time real quick. Because he said, like, when did he say he would have it done the first time?
He said later tomorrow. He just
Later
said
tomorrow.
later. Not by any specific time, just not early, but it would be done. It would be available for pickup. By later, he means like in the afternoon sometime.
Okay,
About
that's
24 hours, I'm guessing.
No.
so. I'll just tell him then. Anytime around afternoon, a little bit after, we should be fine with that. If you can get it.
He kind of stops, looks at you, has to look down at you.
No, he's on my shoulder.
Oh, sorry. Oh, you're
Yeah,
on.
I'll
Okay,
still go.
sorry. My bad. I didn't know
No,
you
it's
were on
fine.
the shoulder. So he kind of looks at you. Are you doubting my craftsmanship?
No good, sir. Just have a bit of a busy day tomorrow, so just trying to make sure we're at a good time here.
That's what I thought. And so he goes and the leather's gonna be a bit because I'm assuming this is the piece you've been wearing since you left wherever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the leather might need some touching up. Plus, I mean, the skull is not big enough to completely fit over your shoulder, so there's gonna have to be some padding done. I'll have it done as close to noon as I can.
Thank you very much, my giant new friend.
He leans on the counter again. The name's Kathai.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Kathai. My name is Narb, and this, my friend, if he wants to speak his name,
Grum.
it's a
Well,
pleasure meeting you.
If you guys have any leathers or furs, be sure to bring them by here. I'll give you a good deal for them.
Absolutely. Now I gotta write down his name before I forget it.
So it's around this point. He goes to shake your guys' hands. So very careful not to completely crush yours, Narb. And then he goes to shake your hand as well, Grom.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like I said, try to be here. I'll try to get it done by around noon.
Thank you very much for this.
Yeah, no problem. Take care.
You
It's around this time when you guys are turning away from the counter that Zelos and Alex come in.
The fuck?
What?
You guys find what you needed?
Didn't actually expect you guys to turn back around with your little adventure.
I mean, that was quite the show. I thought I was the performer.
What did we miss?
You missed something, alright.
Well, you guys, yeah, Grom and Narb, you actually wouldn't know about the flirting because that was, yeah, you guys were in the leather shop when they were going to the gnome, so you guys wouldn't actually know about that part.
No, we just saw him like walking off elsewhere.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that's what I assumed at least.
Okay, sorry. I'm just making sure. All right. So it's about this time you guys meet up. You guys were planning on heading back to the Pike Point, correct?
Yeah, that's where we agreed to meet.
Okay, so it's just as you guys are turning to leave the marketplace that you hear a voice calling out among some of the carts, and this one catches your attention specifically because he's one of the only people still trying to peddle his goods. And it's a voice that a few of you are familiar with. You might not have had direct dealings with them before, but you are very familiar with this with his type of voice pattern. So as you guys are walking away, you just hear hold on, sorry, I just gotta find his name. You hear the peddling of a man, and you hear a male voice calling out through the marketplace. Come on down to Groupon Goods. I've got just what you're looking for.
Oh God, what is this?
Is there a Warcraft guy?
It's a 50-year-old smoking woman.
And as you guys are walking away and he's yelling out, he looks in. Hey, you! Big fellow with the little guy on his shoulder. Come over here, take a peek.
I look at Narb.
I'm just gonna point you in the direction of where we're hearing the yelling from.
I reluctantly go.
Cody, I'm sorry, but why did you base it off Estelle from Friends? Why is that the voice you chose?
Anyways, so you guys, are you also going, Alex and Zealous?
Yeah.
All right.
I am.
So, as you guys approach, you see. Oh, hold on. What's Nick's name?
Nick's Alex.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. All right.
Pack
So you
is
guys.
actually full of chicken nuggets.
So you guys approach this cart, and it is just absolutely shoddily made. It's like it was once a nice cart, but now there's just wood nailed over specific holes, not in any way that would actually cover it, but, just to make it look like he tried to fix it. The nails are all bent and rusted. There's, the scrawling of his sign is just absolute chicken scratch. And as you approach, and as you've guessed, Karm, yes, he is a goblin. However, he is a goblin who, as you approach, he's wearing a head cover. Like, he's wearing not a mask, but like a cloth head covering, kind of like a small, a close fit turban type thing, like that kind of a cloth head covering.
Okay.
With a cloth drape covering half his face. You see that, yeah, he's got green skin, similar to what my icon is currently. And he's grinning, and you can see, for a goblin, it's actually a pretty white smile.
That's surprising.
So he's eyeing you guys, and it's like, as you get closer, yeah, come on! I got all sorts of goodies, and all of you are gonna want something from Groupon.
Groupon?
Yeah,
I love it. Alright, so I'm just gonna look at him, just... While I'm still on the shoulders, that's a ways to look down, I'm gonna assume, because he's a goblin.
Hell yeah.
He's not standing on like a couple boxes.
He's standing on a box. No, sorry, he's standing on a box, and beside him is another box, but it's open. You can look inside. From your vantage point, Nard, you can look into the box, and it's empty.
Okay, yeah, so I'm just gonna ask him. I highly doubt you have anything to interest us.
Would Groupon the Greedy lie to you?
Well, your name
Very
is
possible.
Greedy, so...
Very possibly, especially with that name.
It's almost like you guys distrust goblins or something.
Could be a very good reason for that. But I'm willing to listen for now.
Well, tell me, what kind of endeavors are you going to find yourself in? Because I may have something for it.
We'll find ourselves murdering things.
We're taming a cat.
Also that.
I'm more interested in the murdering things.
I'm sure you are.
I'll let you know all of my goods I got legally.
Mm-hmm.
Should I
time.
believe this?
In the same way, legally, that our friend here got laid the other night.
Now that ain't my concern, but if you're looking for something to assist with that, the apothecary's closed.
Alright. What do you have?
What are you moitering?
Don't trust him, little man.
If I'm not mistaken, goblins.
He kind of stops for a moment.
Is that gonna be a problem?
That
Just
depends.
when I was losing faith in you guys.
That depends. Is it the ones that have been raiding the farms?
Kind of like lean in over the table. Would it matter?
It does.
Ooh.
Oh, really? And why is that?
Because I might have some information about them.
And how can we trust you?
Tell me, is it the one from the farms?
That might be confidential.
That doesn't sound very sneaky.
Look, man, I'm good at seducing women. I'm not a fucking interrogator.
I got nothing against you. You gotta tell me, is it the one from the farms?
I kind of look over at the others to kind of gauge if they're gonna give me any indication.
Alex and I are too busy exchanging chicken and beads.
I want to try and see if I could just tell just how much he actually cares about this. That it's
That
just
would be
one.
an insight.
All right, let me give you an insight check.
If you want to do that, give me an insight check.
This is gonna go terribly.
Come on, I have faith in you.
No, I have 0 to this.
I trust you.
Oh,
Yeah,
Strong.
I trusted you. Well done,
See-
little man.
As you're kind of scrutinizing his interaction with Zelos, you do get the sense that he is genuinely interested, and that he's not trying to get information as in a malicious way. Like, he's not, like, you know what I mean? He's not trying to get
Right.
this information to use it against you. He's genuinely curious, and there
Okay.
seems to be something behind it.
okay. So yeah, I'm gonna just tell Zelos. I think we're good here. I don't feel like this guy is actually trying to harm us in any way with this.
You think?
Call it a gut feeling. I'm pretty good with my gut feelings too.
Listen to your friend's gut. It's the smartest one out of you.
That's so good.
God, that was really good. All right. Yes, we are taking down the ones terrorizing the farms.
Ah, I never thought this day would come. I'll tell you something. Where you staying tonight?
Was it Pike Point?
Fuck.
Not 100% sure if that's even been decided yet.
It actually hasn't. You guys were going to meet at the Pike Point.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll just tell him we haven't picked ourselves a spot yet.
Well, you know what? That's fine. I got a good box here to lie in. But I'll tell you this. The goblins attacking the farm, those are the muckruckers.
Muckruckers.
I'm sorry. Why did you?
Now, you see, I know this, 'cause I'm one of them. Or, I was.
And what would make you? What turned you to be such a turncoat?
He kind of gives you a grin. I'm glad you finally asked, darling. And he pulls across, like, he pulls the drape that he had covering his face. He has no eye. The face, like that half, at the right side of his face, there is no eye. It is scarred and burned, and above, on his forehead, like above where the eye would be, is actually this weird mark. Alex, you recognize it as a brand. You recognize the technique that the mark was made with as a branding. You don't recognize the symbol.
Okay.
For those of you looking at the goblin, the symbol that is on his forehead is a coffin with a dragon skull in the middle.
Edgy.
Oh, jeez.
Nice
Maybe
tat,
the next
bruh.
tattoo.
And his ear, while normally like long and pointy, there's visible gouges in it, like something was either biting it or purposefully cutting it.
Metal.
Ah, seems like looks like you had a tough day at the barber one day there, friend.
He puts the drape back down.
Nah, the clan don't like it when people try to leave their ways, if you know what I mean.
And what made you want to leave their ways?
There was more money in adventuring.
Not
So-
wrong.
So coin is your end goal.
I'm a goblin. Some of those racial stereotypes are based on true things.
Hey, you have a nobler
I'm
goal
sorry,
than
my
I.
voice is starting to go. Holy shit.
You're killing it!
Oh,
That's what happens when you do 50 years of smoking, Cody.
I know, don't tell me about it.
Anna,
Arm, it's
please
very
tell me
rough.
you're recording this.
I'm always recording, Parker.
Fuck yeah, this is so good.
yeah. So he does give you that classic.
I'm a goblin. We make money. That's what we do. But
And I'm
those
a
guys are set in their ways. They'll raid, they'll pillage, anything to get a quick buck. I like working for my stuff. That's why.
And as you notice, like everything on the cart currently is all like trash and rubbish.
That's why I keep the goods hidden.
And he, with a little bit of difficulty based on his size, he picks up the empty box. Basically, takes the box and clears the entire top of his cart onto the ground and sets the box in the middle of it.
See,
Well, that was
this box may be empty to you, but
And he reaches inside of it a lot farther than it should actually reach. And he pulls out
here's a rapier I found, an elven bow, a bunch of wands,
and he like pulls out
we got a staff.
pulls out like a bunch of scrolls and just lays them and just he's kind of holding them and puts them down.
Like I said, there's more money in adventuring.
Thanks, Carm.
A bunch of wands.
It's a Waluigi wand.
A bunch of hands.
And yeah, so he pulls all this stuff out, and you guys are kind of like taken aback. You have never seen this type of thing before. Like, you're pretty sure that if he wanted to, he could sit inside of that box. Like, he could just
That is
jump
his
in
home.
and you would never see him again.
Yeah, that is his home now.
So,
And he starts putting stuff back into the box.
I got a proposition for you.
Alright, let's hear it.
Those goblins, if they're the ones I'm thinking of, they've got something I want.
And what would that be?
Let's just say, one of the few things I couldn't take with me when I left them. But if they're the same goblins, they got necklaces with this exact symbol on it.
Pointing to where the scar would, where the brand would be.
Bring me a couple of those to prove you've got what it takes to deal with them.
And as he's talking, he's been putting stuff into the box. He's left one scroll out.
Prove to me you've got what it takes to deal with them, and I'll loan you this, and I'll tell you where their hideout is.
And he unfurls the scroll, and to the four of you, Alex, you speak Draconic, right?
yes, I do.
You understand what the scroll says.
Oh, what? Oh my goodness. I see.
It is It is a scroll of fireball.
Uh-oh.
Flickering
Alex
blades burn.
wants.
Oh boy.
Prove to me you've got what it takes. Bring me some of those medallions. And this, and the rest of the goblins are yours.
Alex be like, quest accepted.
Alex reaches over, like, grabs the guy's hand and starts vigorously shaking it and says, "Consider it done."
He definitely backs off as you reach over the counter. He's definitely backing off because he thinks you're going for the merchandise.
That's reasonable.
Hey, what's the merchandise?
Oh, no, okay, no, sorry, just wanted to shake your hand.
She gets a little rambunctious at times.
Yeah, we don't get that much. Goblins are just give or just take, that's all.
Understandable.
Fair enough.
That's how I got my name.
Sounds about right.
Alex should have considered the racial delicacies of the situation before making such a brash move.
Yeah, come on, man. You're so racist. What the hell?
I'm human.
You should know how to
ruining my
deal with
perfect
with
world.
those people.
Anyways, so he puts this. He rolls the scroll back up, puts it in the box.
Just so you're aware, this is that you only get that to deal with the goblins. I ain't about giving freebies.
Perfectly fair.
All right, we got ourselves a deal then.
Absolutely.
All right.
And he goes to stretch out his arm, and it's basically just barely over the table. He's standing on his box again, and he's like he's making it basically 3/4 of the way across his little cart.
Gotcha.
And it's pretty gnarled hand. He is a goblin. The people in town kind of stay away from him, when he showed up, I forgot to say this earlier, but when he was calling you guys over, people were literally just because there was no cart where he was, and so people were just walking in a straight line there. And then he kind of set up, and people started giving him this really wide bubble, because nobody really wants to deal with goblins.
I kind of had a feeling it was nobody was really paying him mind.
Yeah.
Before you go,
He reaches back into the box, pulls out a rolled piece of paper, and hands it to Alex.
I'm a traveling merchant. Those are my usual stops and how long I'm there for. Keep that in mind. Old Groupon got your back.
Excellent.
Just made a friend.
And with that, he goes back and picks up everything that he knocked off onto the floor. And as he's doing that, he takes the box and puts it inside of the wagon. Because on your side it's solid-ish, but on his side there's a little shelf thing. He puts the box down there, and then he goes back and scoops up all the other stuff, puts it back on the cart, and he kind of looks back at you guys.
It may be trash, but if you can sell it right, people will buy anything.
And then he kind of grabs the cart and starts waddling away. Basically, he's concluded all the business he needed to.
And he's probably going to be a very happy man shortly.
That was very, very convenient.
He's got a magic box.
Also, Alex, I guess maybe, I don't know if you're familiar with this, but when we're in this kind of situation, you're the one who's supposed to arouse him to give us stuff. As you did earlier.
Look.
Looking.
Pray tell.
All right. I can't do this all day. It takes a lot of effort.
It feels like Zelos is just trying to pimp Alex out at every single opportunity.
I said I'm playing the character.
He's playing the fucking character.
Zelos, maybe if you put a bit more effort into your seduction, you'd have some more success.
Oh.
Fuck, that was good. Oh, that was good.
You
God
want me to call the
damn.
burn ward for you, bud?
Fuck.
I don't need my fireball spell.
I was gonna say, I thought you weren't getting fireball until after all this shit.
Alex out
Good
there
job,
spitting
guys.
fire.
All right. So as you guys, so that like as as all of this is finishing up, you guys start heading towards the Pike Place or Pike Point Lodge because that's where you guys had agreed to meet. And now we'll go and so you guys are done. Like your little shopping trip thing is done. You guys are heading back. We are now going to Cecil.
I'm just gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
Cody, you got my message?
Probably I didn't see it. 1 second. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, we can skip straight to the lodge.
Okay. Well, I mean, here, give me some.
My shit
give
would
me
be complete in 5 minutes.
That doesn't matter because there's still stuff that can happen. It is just a trip to the general store, but we'll just play it out a little bit.
Right?
So as you approach the general store, I mean, you've been to this place before. You step inside. Pardon?
Regularly.
Yes, you've definitely been here regularly. So you step inside, and you're very familiar with where everything is. That's how your mind works. You've looked at these things that you may need for the future, and now is the time that they finally seem to be needed. So you go and you grab the four bells, the iron spikes, string, and walk up to the shopkeep. And he Cecil, what can I do for you today? He's a human male, he's
Regular
like
guy.
John Smith. Yeah, he's John Smith, regular guy.
Gotcha. Hey, John.
Cecil, what are you buying today?
Just some odds and ends.
A few odds and ends, hey? And you put the stuff down on the counter. Odds and ends for the Pike Point Lodge?
No, this is a personal venture.
Okay, well, that's an interesting setup. This is the same type of stuff that we sell in the burglars' kits.
Yeah. No, nothing illegal. I've never done that.
I love how everybody's immediate response is, it's nothing illegal. Like, that doesn't help you.
But it's not, though.
Oh my god.
I'm helping Scryer Dan with the goblin issue.
Yeah, the goblins down at the farms, yep. My cousin works down there. He got pretty wounded in the last raid.
Oh, that sucks to hear.
Granted, that was himself when he tried to swing his hoe at the goblin and missed and hit him in the leg.
Never swing your hoe, kids.
Fair enough. Well,
Cousin Tucker's kind of an idiot.
not everybody can swing a sword properly. But,
Tell
I
you what.
mean, not everybody wants to join the military either.
Well, these days it's not really much of a choice, it seems.
Hey, someone's got to farm that dirt.
I meant military.
Well, still, someone's got to farm the dirt. People need food.
Yeah, well, it's a shame. The Crown's been bringing more and more conscription officers around.
Yeah, of course they are.
We've had
Anyway.
we've had a lot of incidents of self-harm to prevent joining up. Granted, with all this healing magic they seem to have, that doesn't help us none.
Yeah.
Oh
My
well.
personal insight from me to you, John, keep a level head.
In this economy, ha 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 ha. Cue laugh track.
Ha ha ha. Yeah.
Buzzing God.
Let's see. Bells, string, spikes.
I was gonna
you
get more,
come
but
in-
I'm on a limited budget right now.
You come in. What were you looking for? Like, what extras?
I was thinking maybe a shovel or two, but those are kind of expensive. I don't
How
need
much
them
on
anyway.
shovels again?
2 gold.
2 gold. Well, for everything, I'll throw a shovel in there for you. 9 gold total.
Oh, thanks, man. That's awfully nice of you.
You come in here often enough, you've listened to my rants, you may as well get something out of it.
Thanks. In a few days, you might not see me around for a while.
Planning on skipping out?
Well, when I go on personal ventures, they tend to take some time.
Well, I know Tom's gonna be I know Tom's gonna be upset that you're leaving.
I already talked about him with it. We agreed to something.
I figured as much. Well, anyways, yeah, 9 gold for everything. Best I can do.
That's more than generous. Thank you, John.
You're welcome. So he kind of he gets everything together, and as you're he grabs everything for you. You put what you can into packs. You just kind of, I'm assuming you're carrying the shovel.
Yeah, I'll just carry it over my shoulder.
So you walk out. John's shouting out the door. Hey, let me know before you leave. All right.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll say goodbye.
All right. And as you're leaving the general store, give me a perception check.
Alrighty. I gotta open up my sheet because I closed it.
Well,
Cecil's about to get mugged.
Yeah.
Rip.
Oh man, that guy's gonna get his fucking teeth pushed in if he tries anything. I'll get my fucking ribs pushed in. Never mind.
So,
No.
you don't really hear it until it's
shit.
much too late. Because you're kind of you're
I've
where
got a
you are
bunch
right
of
now.
bells jingling in my pocket.
You've got bells jingling. You've got you're still trying to think over how you're going to deal with the panther and the goblins and what to do about the Klugal, or however what his name was. One sec.
Ashy beard.
Klugar, that's it. Yeah, Klugar. What you're going to do about Klugar? You're kind of in your own. You're absorbed in your own little world. And just at the last possible second, you hear this little "Get out of the way!" as I need you to make a dex saving throw.
This will be a 1.
Uh-oh.
Hey, I was wrong. Still no
Okay.
good.
So, I mean, this is nothing bad. This person that's out, "Get out of the way! Get out of the way!" They're just running really fast, and it's one of those runs where it's hard to change direction without completely eating it. They're just hoofing it. And it's at the last possible second that you see him, and you just manage to jump out of his way without him colliding into you and spilling everything that you just got. However, because of how close it was, he tries to put the brakes on and ends up, eating it. So yeah, he's in the dirt, and he gets up, he shakes and brushes himself off, looks at you. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Are you all right? You just hit the dirt, man.
Yeah, sorry, I'm on a tight schedule. I have to run up to I gotta run up to the next town over. Gotta deliver the mail again.
Okay. Is there anything that pressing?
I will say, because I've forgotten his name, I don't actually know if I gave him a name, but you guys did hear talk about the courier and how he might have information on Klugal.
Oh,
So
I
he's
forgot that.
yeah. No, I forgot his name, but there was talk of the courier.
Joey the courier.
We'll just call him Joey for now until it's figured out otherwise. So I just there's been more apparent sightings of Klugar in the area, so we're just trying to get as many of the flyers out as possible.
Hold on. You said Klugar, that Ashbeard guy on the wanted poster?
Yeah, the Black and Dash.
Yeah. Where specifically did you hear this?
I'm the courier. We get our information straight from the crown.
Okay. Cody, would I know where to talk to a crown's people or in this town, if at all?
In this case, because it's specifically related to the mail, you would know that going to the post office is probably the best bet, because
Okay.
they have to get their information from somewhere.
Good point.
So essentially, if you look at the map of Kareria, he's heading south to those towns, and that's why he's running instead of the Crown's Guard, because the Crown's Guard is heading back up to Pakfaloon. They're heading back up to Pakfaloon to resume normal positions, essentially.
Okay.
Yeah. So essentially, how the mail system works is it's all spread. It starts at Pakfaloon. They send their royal envoys out to the bigger cities around them, and from there, it's basically a hub network where they send out their own runners. Because you can't have the king's men running all around the kingdom, because that just means more dead crown, where you could just have a few expendable villagers, essentially.
Yeah, and in Greenridge they use kids.
Yep.
They gotta keep those little bastards busy somehow. Just run them around the town all day.
Well, you're not in Greenridge. You're
Yeah,
in
but I
Rosglen.
grew up there.
Yeah. Well, the thing about the next town over from Rosglen, it's not that far. So it's like he's not this person that ran into you, or almost ran into you, rather. He's not a kid per se, but he's
he's a regular guy.
Yeah, he's around 16 years old. He's got a couple daggers on his belt, nothing fancy, just in case.
Yeah.
You also actually give me another perception check, because as he fell to the ground, his letters spilled. So give me another perception check.
Why can't any of this be investigation?
Actually, sorry. Give me a quick second here. Let me ask you something and then ask you for a check.
Okay.
So as he stopped, he fell, all of his stuff is on the ground. What would Cecil do?
After apologizing, probably start helping to pick stuff up after...
Then give me an investigation.
That's
There,
nice.
perfect. Okay. So you were listening when I described the symbol on the goblin's forehead?
Yes, but I would not know.
Nope, you
Unless
would
I've
not
seen
know.
it before.
But no, you have not seen this particular symbol before.
Then I would not know.
However, you do see with that 18, you do notice that symbol, the coffin with the dragon skull in the middle, and the letter which states that it's going out to. You don't catch the name, but it's going to Raven's Head.
Raven's Head.
Wait a fucking
Oh, okay. I have a vague idea of where that is. Also interesting.
Sorry, not Raven's Head.
Okay.
Sorry, I was looking at my. I thought I just mixed up two of the towns. It's actually addressed to Baltuil.
Okay, I have
Yeah.
a vague idea of where that is, but I haven't been there.
No, you've only ever been from Greenridge to Rosglen.
No,
Well, what I mean by that is
I
you've
haven't been there.
No, like what I mean by that is you've been to the areas between Greenridge and Rosglen. You have not gone farther than that.
But okay.
I'm pretty sure that's what your story was.
No, I didn't want to go through the sand, so I went all the way to Neverwinter, and then I went to Rosglen.
Oh.
Yeah. That's actually the easiest way to get to Rosglen, is not going through the fucking desert.
So you took a boat from Greenridge to Neverwinter?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So yeah. So you know where Baltuil is, but you've never been there.
Okay. Carry on then.
Yeah,
I
so
see the
it's-
thing.
Yeah, you see this symbol. You don't know what it stands for. And as you're grabbing it, like, you notice the symbol and the village of Baltuil. But like where you grab the letter, you kind of are covering up the name. And before you get a chance to actually look at it, he swipes the letter out of your hand and tucks it back into his satchel. Thanks for your help, sir, but I really have to go.
I'm gonna raise a slight eyebrow at that, but I'm gonna say, alright, I'll, safe travels to you.
And to you as well.
And I guess I'm not wearing my hat, so I'll just slight salute and he can hoof it somewhere else.
All right. So, yeah. You go and you head towards the
Pike Point.
you head towards Pike Point.
Alrighty. Shovel over my shoulder. And...
Oh yes, of course.
Alright. Since I finished my stuff sooner, I'm assuming I'm gonna get there first.
Yes, you would be there a little bit before, not like an hour or so. You're like 20 minutes or so.
That's more than enough. Alright.
Yeah.
I'm assuming I'd say hello to Tom when I walk in. I'm gonna... Hey, Tom!
Oh yeah, what's up?
Are my friends okay to stay here the night? Or are my associates alright to stay here the night? I'll make sure they behave.
I was just gonna say, as long as they're not eating each other, that should be fine.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they won't. I hope they won't.
Then yeah,
Anyway.
we'll try it.
I took some side work, so I need the corner table for tonight, alright? I need to do some planning.
Yeah, that should be fine. I can reserve you. I mean, yeah, as long as you're sitting there, it's your table.
Alright. Would it be big enough to hold at least 6 people? But squish for 8?
Yes. This
Good
is...
enough.
Yeah, it's good enough. It'll do for what you need.
Great. Then I'm gonna throw the shovel in the corner, so I don't have to carry it around or throw it on the table because it's a shovel. And then I'm going to put the bells out and the spikes and the string, and I'm gonna start tying knots into the string.
So you put all of it on the table, shovel included?
No, I put it up against a wall.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Alright.
Interesting architectural design there.
I mean, it's semi-correct.
Pierre is just... Cecil is just very heavy, and he's just weighing down on the ceiling.
I'm wearing ankle weights, and I throw them off. You're all fucked.
Oh no.
Okay,
That's,
okay. There,
Takes him off the thing. Just
okay, Rock,
brings
that's
up.
fine. So,
No bears!
So yeah, you sit down, you have enough time to lay everything out, and you start thinking about what you're going to do. And it's around this time when the other 7, I guess, roll around.
All right.
Torash,
Thrud and Ivan.
Yeah, those are the ones. Torash,
Yeah.
Thrud, and Ivan are just silent.
Silent
They're
voice.
just
Drinking.
they're just drinking. It's fine. Nothing's going on with them,
Orash is face deep in like his 3rd keg.
basically.
Alex just eyeing him down.
Oh,
He's not
fuck.
making any eye contact with her.
Fresh meat.
So you
Watching
guys walk in, and Cecil's got stuff spread out on the table, and you so that's what's going on right now.
So how'd you make out, Cecil?
Fine. Yeah, take a seat somewhere. We'll get a plan going for this goblin heist, whatever. Heist? Attack.
Goblin slaughter.
Yeah, let's go with that.
The only thing we'll be hiding is blood from their bodies.
Yeah,
Jesus.
real dramatic. You want
metal.
to say that a little quieter?
From the distance, you hear "Blood for the Blood God."
Bones
Shut
for the
up,
bone,
Phil.
bro.
The only thing we'll be heisting will be the blood from their bodies.
Yeah, that's not creepy.
It's
Anyway,
fine.
How did I get mixed up with this lot?
you and me both. Anyway, sit down, everyone. We've got some planning to do.
Alex sits.
I think he's just gonna walk over and just sit. I'm curious to see what he's got.
I'm guessing Grom is standing.
Why?
I don't know. Nobody said anything. I thought this was gonna
I
be...
sit.
Alright.
Grom does what Grom does.
Grom exists.
And that's enough to spook monsters.
Yeah.
Or the
Co-
party.
Cody.
Oh.
Would it be safe to assume I had, like, a piece of paper and at least a stick of charcoal in my room somewhere that I can draw on?
I mean, you definitely did not work in a lodge where you definitely did not take orders down on things that may or may not be paper writing utensils.
Definitely not.
Definitely not any of that.
Okay, well
No.
then I'll assume I've got some sort of drawing equipment.
You've definitely got at least one piece of paper and at least half of a pencil.
Good enough. I'll be working from the drawing I made last session.
Alright.
I just noticed a Hail Satan in the corner.
What? Sorry?
I can't see that. I am very concerned.
You mean Hail
There it is.
Santa?
Hail Santa.
Oh, I couldn't have
Oh,
Oh
Hail
god.
Santa.
Fuck. It's the dyslexic fucking Satan worshippers again.
Wonder who could have drawn that.
It
So
was
many
fucking
people
Phil.
around here.
It was Ryan.
It was Phil. Fucking Phil.
Who the fuck is Phil?
He's the
Phil
guy
Swear.
who yelled blood for the blood gods earlier.
And bones for the bone throne.
Shut up,
Bone
Phil!
throne.
Nobody gives a shit about your weird ass cult. Go be weird somewhere else. Oh,
You'll
fucking-
regret
Flakes.
You'll regret it all.
Of
Looks
course
like-
I will.
It looks like someone with Hava drawed it.
Oh god.
I guess when you get that fireball, Alex, that Phil guy might be a target.
Perhaps.
Wait, what? Fireball? Excuse me?
Oh yeah. Little Miss Promiscuous over there managed
Okay,
to
listen
get
here.
some stuff.
Alright, that's it. You know what? I got us a special deal with that magical dealer guy. Alright? The goblin. Yeah. No, not the goblin. The gnome. Right. I got us a special deal with that gnome through my promiscuity. So if you've got a problem, you better say it to my face, buddy.
I just did, and I ain't judging you, honey.
We haven't been sitting down for more than 30 seconds and you're already bickering. I'm gonna make a fucking record.
You know you love me, Cecil.
Hang on,
Call
y'all.
me
I
honey
tolerate
one more
you.
time, and the only thing I'll be judging will be your ass. I mean,
Fucking classic, honey. Shut up. We got plenty to do.
You guys are feisty motherfuckers. I love it.
this is so good.
Alex is gonna grumpily sit down and use prestidigitation to actually make smoke come out of her ears. Literally fuming.
I just look over at Alex and wink at
How
her.
fucking dramatic. Alright, if you two can keep it in your pants for 5 minutes, we can actually do something.
Nothing too
So,
much.
also, not on the fucking table, guys. Really? So, here's the deal. As far as we know, there are 6 plots of farmland still open that haven't been attacked yet. I'm gonna bet the 2 most likely to be attacked are this one and this one. So, here's the problem. This area, I'm betting are least likely to come from, just because they're too obvious. So here, and here feel like they're the best option for them. The problem is, we're 8 people at the most.
I look over at Torash. Yes, 7.
Okay.
I'm assuming he's still like out cold. That's what I'm doing there.
Oh, I thought you were trying to imply that you two are an item.
1 sec.
Still wouldn't count you as one. Anyway, so the problem is we're gonna have to take a chance.
He's Gucci.
Jesus
Oh, okay.
Christ.
Right, I forgot. It's fucking Torash.
Yeah, his character. Dallas made his character for one thing: to drink shit tons of alcohol and not be affected.
Oh my
Good for
god.
him.
What the hell?
Iron liver.
All right, so yeah, just carry on.
Hey, do you three want to come and join this? Because you're gonna be part of this.
They silently nod.
All right, I
In
guess
unison,
part of
which is
this.
a little
In
creepy.
unison, all at the same time.
There's some Twilight Zone shit.
They kind of, the moment you say, "Would the three of you like to join?" They all look at you in unison, nod in unison, and then go back to what they were doing.
This unit agrees.
Okay,
The hive agrees.
Does this unit have a soul?
that wasn't creepy at all. Okay, so they're on their own group. They can go do whatever they want. The thing is, I don't want to be in either of these. Okay, I'm gonna change colors real quick.
Are we doing this over food?
We can
I
order
was-
food.
Yeah, you guys would have ordered food before. Like, when everybody got there, Tom would have come by with Quiet, and I forget who the
I
other
said
one
Galera was one of the other.
was. It's Quiet. Well, you're not working, so it's Quiet and Galera.
Great.
I just want it to be known that I'm 100% focused on my food.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Figured as
Good
much.
enough.
Yeah, sounds alright.
Okay. So, what I'm planning on doing is we set up camp here and here, and I'm going to set up these bell traps in these areas, and hopefully, if we do good watches, we'll be able to hit at least one of these patrols tonight.
How far apart are these farms?
I'm not sure. That's the problem.
The farmland is not
I guess-
quite continuous. There's a good, probably meter of space between the plots. Enough that they could run, there's enough space there that they could turn around oxen, the oxen with the plows on them. It's enough space that they can turn those around in there, but that's about it.
So
Okay.
Cody, what I'm basically, I know you're the only one who'll get this, but like essentially what I'm envisioning is kind of like the farmland in Torgoth.
Basically, yes.
That's okay. That's what I thought.
It's all the farm plots because of the limited space due to the forestry industry. The farmland is limited, so they have to be fairly close. It's enough to turn your animals around, and that's it.
Alright, so we're gonna have to split into two groups, and we'll use signals when we hear something. I have a hood lantern already. Alex, would you be willing to go with the other group and use actually, do you have some sort of light spell
Oh, does she ever?
Hang on. Checking.
that doesn't
Haven't looked at my
involve
spell sheet
burning
in a
down
while.
the forest?
Okay. Yeah, I can create some light with prestidigitation.
Would it be enough for us to see across this distance, Cody?
Probably
The-
not, huh?
The light that you're creating is like a shower of sparks, a candlelight. It would be difficult, and it would require a decent perception, and you'd probably also need you would also need like a candle in order to sustain the light, in order for you to actually be able to see it.
Alright, well, I've got a backup idea, and all we need is like a torch and something to cover the light directionally anyway.
So as you guys are, okay, give me just one quick second, okay? I just got to do something really quick.
Okay,
Oh, good.
I'm gonna continue talking and discussing. So, while it does spread us thinner than I'd like, we do need to cover a large area. So, if Alex can't do that, then I recommend if you can do prestidigitation, just light a torch and that'll be enough. When
All right.
who's ever's taking watch, the other camp will see that and go towards them.
Okay, sorry. So are you guys like discussing these plans like for the hooded lanterns and stuff? Like, is that in character? You guys are discussing that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so can I get everybody's passive perceptions just again real quick?
11.
13.
12.
12.
Okay.
Where do we find that?
I'm pretty sure yours. It's if you go into your character sheet. I'll just go to your character sheet. It is
Under the skills and all the.
Yeah, under your skills it says passive wisdom. Perception in
14.
okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So okay. This. All right. That's good. So you guys took a corner table, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So you guys are talking about the hooded lanterns and such, and like how you guys are gonna signal each other.
Mm-hmm.
And it's at that point that a few of you hear a familiar sound. And by a familiar sound, I mean...
Sounds like you need another lantern.
Shit.
Oh,
Hey!
Dog, he's
What the
back.
fuck is that?
He just
Yeah,
shows
my
up.
question's exactly, Cecil.
It's our new friend.
There.
Kind of like... So the thing in the table in front of you, he kind of like... He's a goblin. He stands on the back of his chair and he's still barely... He's just kind of clearing the top of the chair.
Would I have
Yeah.
met this guy before?
No.
You
Seen him
know.
down?
He's
Okay.
a travel merchant. He's not there constantly.
But he could have come through here before.
Could have come through here before, but considering you most likely frequented the general store, which is on the other side of town, you did not run into him.
I probably didn't have enough cash to go to the magic item store anyway, so that's fair.
Well, yeah. So, yeah. So he kind of just stands up on his chair.
You guys need a light?
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, I want
Jesus
Excuse you, it's who is that? And the answer is Groupon the Greedy.
You're a goblin.
Be wary of him, Cecil.
And you're a very insightful individual, sir.
Yeah, and you have one eye.
You actually can't see that he's wearing his covering.
Well, then I can only see. Fuck. Never mind.
You have an eyeball, sir.
You, good sir, have one gelatinous eyeball.
Please tell me Grom actually said that.
No.
You have an eyeball, sir.
No, that was not.
You guys know this? Garbon? What was your name?
Groupon.
Groupon.
Unfortunately, we do.
Hi, I had the pleasure of meeting you.
Alright, if you say so.
Yeah.
Hey, he can help us out.
He can also fuck us over.
I believe.
Trust him for now.
I heard that. And while yes,
I didn't
it's
whisper.
very true. While it
So
is very true, our goals align currently.
what are you? Besides a goblin.
I'm a goblin.
I mean, like, are you a mercenary or? You sold these people
I'm
to
a
something. You're a
salesman.
He
merchant.
looks like in great fighting shape.
Okay. And you're offering your services.
I already did. How's it going, customers?
Well, not with me, you haven't.
Alex
well,
is going to
just
quickly
because you weren't there doesn't mean that a deal wasn't made.
Alex quickly puts an arm around Cecil and says, "Oh, he's with us. Don't worry about him."
Hey, no.
Cecil,
Get off.
worry.
No.
Shut up, both of you.
Trust me. Trust me.
I take Alex's arm off of me. Hands to yourself. And
That ain't no way to treat a lady, especially when she's showing interest in you.
Thank you. Wait, no.
classic as always. You're a real charmer.
Oh, fuck, I'm
anyway,
lightheaded.
so what? You're just gonna like be a lamp for us?
Why be a lamp
Be a lamp.
when I can sell you?
Can
You
we?
could also just be bait for us.
I got
No.
a better idea. We pay you to sit here the rest of the night,
No.
and you don't move. I don't want your help with this. I appreciate the
get help.
offer, but I also don't want you running around mouthing off.
Ah, come on. The two things goblins do best. We make money, and we're sarcastic little shits.
Yeah, you're not
Definitely a little
wrong.
shit.
But I'm also offering you free booze for the rest of the night.
I don't need it.
As he gets off the chair, slides out the very familiar empty box, and he pulls out he pulls out a jug. Like, he reaches into the box, and he, like, so you guys are familiar with this, but Cecil, he's, like, leaning in, and he is halfway into this box, and it does not look like it should be that.
So it's obviously magical.
Obviously. It is obviously magical.
Alright, I cock an eyebrow.
He comes back out, and he's holding two items.
See, this right here, this little metal thing, endless water.
He unscrews the cover and starts pouring it into his box.
I could do all day. I won't, because it's bad for business.
You
Uh-huh.
are cutting in and out a bit.
Robocop.
Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only
Let
one who's
me
getting
tell
that.
you, trying to build your own water park like this is not a good idea.
You're trying to build your own water park?
Anywho,
Screws the cap back on, tosses it back in the box.
this is what I really like.
He holds this jug, and he says, "Booze." And he produces it's a fold-up metal cup. He just pulls it out of one of his pockets, flicks it out, puts it on the table, pours it out, and it's not great, but you can definitely smell the alcohol. It's a fairly strong mead. And he drinks it, pours some more, drinks it.
I got about 60 gallons before it's gone.
Uh-huh.
So you just say whatever you want, and it happens to appear that liquid waste.
Limitations.
Of course.
Came with a handbook, but I couldn't steal it in time. I mean, buy it.
Of course. Anyway, so say we do agree. Just as an aside, I don't have the money to bribe this guy to stay here. I spent most of it buying equipment. Bells are expensive as fuck.
Yeah, holy crap.
I mean, it makes sense. Small stuff like that is not easy to make in this time. Anyway, so say some of my associates agreed to front your bill. What will you be doing for us?
I don't need your money. What do I look like? A charity?
It looks like a
You
cheap
look
stage.
like
As he reaches back into the box and produces a sack, and he starts shaking it, and it is just full of coin.
that could be coppers for all I know, but you look like a man
This
who
is
would
just
always
my
like
platinum
more.
bag.
Of course it is.
Holy shit.
You still look
Dumps
like a
it
man
back
who
into
could use.
the box.
You still look like a man who would always like more.
I mean, I look like a goblin that could always use more.
Fair enough. But my point being is I'm still skeptical about you helping us. Why?
Hey, sweetheart, the one the lady of the group. You mind explaining to him?
Because my voice is holy shit.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I can't tell if it's your voice or just my shitty internet connection that's causing you to just disintegrate.
That would be my voice. Holy crap. I won't be able to speak tomorrow.
That's fine.
Anyway.
I guess I turn to Alex. with another eyebrow cocked. Only one, though. Not a
We had a bit of a special agreement between us.
Oh, yeah. So basically, he wants us to discourage his former clan, tribe thing, whatever, from raiding the fields by, bloodshed and whatnot. And in return, he's going to give us a scroll that will teach us how to do a fireball thing.
Uh-huh.
Which I really want. So,
He also has
Get it.
He also has information on where their hideout is and can easily help us out.
Yeah, easily is
So
not
he
willing.
says.
He's a merchant. He
Oh,
needs
I'm
looking for
willing.
deals.
I'm ready and willing.
Besides,
Uh-huh.
he doesn't like
He
them.
says that to everyone.
He hates his former clan with good reason.
Right.
So are you looking at Alex during this?
I probably would have finished looking at Alex, and I would have been glancing between whoever's talking.
Okay, so when you're not looking at him, he does pull the little curtain from the one side of his face. And then as soon as Narb finishes what he was saying, he leans, standing on the chair again, leaning on his one elbow on the chair, head on his fist, and he's just,
Yeah, because the clan is what made me look this pretty.
Uh-huh. Well, that does swing things more towards your favor.
give me a perception check, Pierre.
Oh boy.
Just Pierre.
Hey, look at
Oh
that.
boy.
All right, so you also notice the branding. It's not as easy to see simply because you're inside, and it might still be during the day, but it's getting a bit darker. But you do manage to see the branding on his forehead, and it looks suspiciously similar to the mark you saw in that letter earlier.
Uh-huh. Say, Groupon,
Groupon.
Fuck.
you haven't sent any mail recently, have you?
Let's see. Nope. The last couple of death threats I sent, the bunnies all got killed before they made it to the goblins.
Uh-huh. Can I,
Why?
Can I roll insight on that before I answer?
Yeah, go for it.
Never mind.
He sounds super hella truthful. If anybody else would also like to roll insight, they are free to.
Just a thought.
Well, tell it to be gone.
Oh.
Oh, I get it.
Nick.
Nick.
Damn it, Nick.
Nick.
I've been there before.
Fuck.
Glad you got it.
Yeah, me too.
I feel like I'm the only person not suspicious of this goblin at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm just enjoying delicious chicken, my man.
Alex really just cares about the fireball spell right now. She's
Which is
kind of
reasonable.
overlooking
All Alex
everything
cares
else.
about is balls.
So, Parker, you're the only other one that actually rolled insight.
Mm-hmm.
That is, he's not the, he is a goblin still, so there is that little bit of, I don't know about this, what can we actually do? But he seems genuinely truthful. And I will say this, he has actually caught bunnies, tied letters to them, and tried to get them to go to the goblin camps.
That's hilarious.
It
Uh-huh.
did not end well because they are just bunnies.
And they are goblins.
Exactly. Do you think they actually read anything? Nah, they ate the bunnies and then burned the paper.
This is a weird napkin. Actually,
deal.
what's a napkin?
Exactly. So no, he's being genuinely truthful. He has done this before.
Well, Okay, I guess we should decide whose groups are gonna be, or who's gonna be in which group before we head out. Also, bring some sleeping bags.
We all.
Whoa,
you're just
whoa,
gonna
whoa,
ignore
whoa,
it. Yeah.
whoa. Are you expecting me to join you on this?
You just said you would like to join.
No. I said I'd like to help. Those two are very different.
Fair enough.
You need another lantern.
I mean, we could do with just lighting a torch.
Nah, the goblins might be stupid, but that plan you wrote up, that's pretty much how they do it. I can give you the lantern, but I want it back.
Uh-huh.
I have a quick question for you, Groupon.
Huh?
Would you happen to know what field they might actually attack next? Or where they're coming from?
Well, I'll tell you this much. They don't like to be too direct with how they approach, but you already know which fields they're grabbing.
Just throwing it out there. Dark vision.
Yeah, that's why we need light.
Yeah, for those of you without dark vision, you will need light. So that's Alex, Pierre,
Arthur.
I believe Marcus doesn't have.
No, I actually do.
Oh, never mind. Okay, I know the Dragonborns don't. So basically, nobody in the party except for Marcus and I believe.
Hello.
Zelos, actually. He's
yeah,
I
Anna.
do.
You
Three
have
of
yeah.
us have,
So-
have dark vision.
I have
3 of
dark
the
vision.
5. So yeah, so 3 of the 5 of you have dark vision. So that's why you need the lights. Also, even with dark vision, it's not perfect vision in dark. It is simply shades of gray. That's why it's still, with certain checks, it'll still be harder to make out because you're not getting colors, you're just getting different shades of gray. But yeah,
Yeah, if you're in complete darkness, you see it as if it's dim light.
exactly. Yeah. Alright, so,
I got a lantern for you. Another hooded one. Nothing special about it, but it's gotten me through a dungeon or two.
Uh-huh.
What in God's names were you doing in a dungeon?
Probably
And
stealing
how
light.
did you survive?
Like I said, adventuring makes money.
Yeah. You don't look like the type. Pray don't take offense, but you strike me not as one who has the physical capabilities to handle a dungeon.
No, he's got a point there, Zealous. I used to do the same.
he kind of
If
looks at
you
you.
trust him, Celos,
Kinda-
I'll trust you.
He kind of looks at you, Cecil, when you say that you did the same.
Admittedly, I wasn't hunting very highly populated ruins, but nonetheless.
Those are the most fun. More loot to take.
I wasn't exactly as experienced as I was now. Decided to play it safe and live.
You're still pretty green, methinks.
Not green enough to die.
Well, same here. I mean, I am green, but that's just my complexion.
You know, I was gonna say,
Yeah, you kind of beat me to it on that time. But, jokes aside, you want to just meet you back here to return your lent items?
Nah. You guys will come to me. The last there. We've got business to conclude. You can bring the lantern back then.
All right.
sounds good.
Oh, I will do one more thing.
And he's going to reach in. He will pull out the lantern so that you actually know he has it. He'll set that down beside the box. And then he will also grab out a piece of paper and set it down on the table.
What languages you speak?
Common? Dwarvish?
Dwarves.
A
Ugh.
bit of thieves?
Common, Elven, and Sylvan.
Yeah, common it is then.
And so he pulls out this piece of paper, and it's basically a lending agreement. Like, he is giving you, and he fills it in himself, one hooded lantern by order from the personal collection of Groupon the Greedy, and he's filling out this paperwork, and then he turns it to you. I want all of you to sign here.
So we're merchants for hire now.
We were before.
Nah.
Mercenaries for hire.
I just want you. I want this on paper, because if you try to screw me out of a deal,
And he grabs a pair of glasses. I love this character so much. He grabs a pair of glasses out of his coat pocket, puts them on, right up to his face, and leans in and starts reading the fine print. And it's all legal sounding jargon, and it's basically saying that if the above parties do not bring back if the above signed parties do not bring back the above item back to the above person, they will be it will be either you will have to pay him equal to the amount of the item, or he'll just take something of equal value.
Fair enough.
So
like
we
I
sign
said,
you leave.
I'm a businessman.
I can respect that.
You think we can trust him, Cecil? Or we still have misgivings?
I'm gonna sign the paper right now.
Of course.
The
I
guy
think
with the
we'll
smart gut.
Could he just pass that paper around? I'm like way back in the corner and I don't want to get up.
Fine.
Or
I'll just
crawl past everyone.
start passing the paper around for people to sign.
I hesitantly sign.
Alex enthusiastically signs.
I make a squiggle.
Yeah, I know how to write.
Cecil signs in something kind of flourishy.
Torash,
Fancy.
Ron, and Ivan also sign
In unison.
in unison, all at the same time.
And then they walk back over there.
So he grabs the paper and he's reading off, and he's like,
Yeah.
he looks up at the orc.
This squiggle you.
No, this is me. And then I point to myself.
Ah,
God damn.
you're a bit simple, ain't ya?
Who's
you don't have
talking?
to be smart to beat a bear to death.
Ah, I heard about you. Nice.
They know the great bear misting of 2018.
So now you'll leave us alone, little one?
I'll have you know, yes.
And I'll have you know, I've killed many a noble and a common man, and I have no problem doing it again.
Of course you have. Anyway,
Now,
hey,
you see,
Groupon.
you can't just threaten a man like that, especially when he's being so hospitable.
Shut up. Zealous.
Yeah.
And as he takes this little bow, you do see his little trench coat. He pulls part of the trench coat back, and you see not one but two rapiers strapped to the side.
But they're tiny.
They're tiny, but one of them is glowing.
And they'll both fuck you up.
Right in your urethra.
What?
Why are we going into sounding all of a sudden?
Zealous, leave the goblin be. He's acting quite courteously.
If you say so.
So he stands back up, kind of pulls the coat back, kind of eyeing Zealous.
I'm not above killing when I need to either. It's
Neither
a
are
tough
any of
world.
us. Neither are any of us.
And he goes and puts the paper back into the box, and takes the lantern from his table and sets it down on your table.
I expect this back whenever you're done with the goblins.
Deal.
And remember, lass, I want the medallions.
I'm gonna glance over at Alex.
He's probably still eating food. in real life.
Just om nom and a chicken leg.
Nick has died in real life from chicken leg.
Alex is just
Cause of death, chicken leg.
Alex is just sitting there
Rip.
eating chicken.
Oh, rip
Oh, shit.
indeed! Welcome back.
Hello?
Hello.
Am I
There
back?
you go. Yeah.
No.
Sorry. Oh, what?
I don't know. You cut out for
Welcome
a second.
back.
Okay, sorry about that. My internet cut out.
All
I look
good.
over to Alex.
Alex nods and says, "Yep, absolutely."
Carmen's just googling shit in the background, trying to find Cody's reference point.
I mean, it's obviously a Warcraft goblin.
It honestly is. After watching the Celebrity D&D Warcraft one, I had to. The Ritz is just too good.
I'm actually loving the characters, so there's that.
So yeah, as you guys are kind of discussing amongst yourselves, or you're asking Alex, like you're looking at Alex talking about this. You guys are kind of talking amongst yourselves, but like, okay, this is what we're gonna do, and you go to turn back to agree to his deal and whatever, and there is a small piece of paper on his. There's a small piece of paper on the table that he was sitting at, and he is gone.
He just fucking Dark Knight Rises us.
And so that is it. There's a piece of paper on the on his table.
I can't pick it up. Someone else has to.
I'll grab the paper and take a look at it.
So on the paper, it says in common, in actually pretty decent writing, not like that shitty scrawl that he had on his banner. It says, "Pleasure." I don't have to do it in his voice. Thank goodness. My throat is so. It says, on the paper, it says, "Pleasure doing business with you. Look forward to seeing you soon. Don't forget the damn lantern." And then a little heart.
Aww.
If you did that in the voice, it would have been way more.
I'm
And then a little heart.
I feel way more immersed.
Pleasure doing business with you. And don't forget the damn lantern. And then he drew a little heart.
I am
love it.
slightly more apprehensive about the lantern now. But nonetheless, we've got to deal with things tonight. So let's break into groups. Who wants to take... Hey, Alex, how about you take the lantern since you're going to be giving it back?
Fair enough. Sounds good. I take the lantern.
All right. So 2 groups of 4 is how it's going to be, yeah?
Sounds reasonable. Point me
Okay.
where you need me.
I will jump in here. You guys are free to distribute the groups as you see fit. Though I will recommend, I just have to look at a sheet again, but give me a minute. I will recommend, what stuff did you take? Does it just say here? Spells. Oh my. Okay. I don't know why he has that many times. I will recommend swapping. I will recommend keeping Thrud and Zelos on separate teams, because then at least you have 2 sources of healing.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you guys will probably end up meeting to fight anyways.
Yeah.
But just in case you guys get separated, having a druid and a bard on 2 separate teams to provide healing is probably a good idea.
Uh-huh.
Meaning we're gonna get separated.
Alex has to be on the other group because she is the other lantern. I'll take Torash, Thrud, and Ivan.
All right.
Sounds reasonable.
So we get
You get Alex,
other
Grom,
4.
Garb, and Zelos.
that
The
makes
dream
me
team.
that makes me happy. This
Alex
is the
Okay,
dream
guys.
team.
Reasonable.
So I guess
Guys, I cannot fucking handle this. Like, Pierre's battle doodle, it looks like a face. I can't.
It is a face. Okay, I'm glad.
A face.
It looks
It's
like a
just
weird
big, goofy
spider.
teeth.
Got the
It's like a weird lizard.
Groupon was going to say like that's a neat little doodle, but are you trying to find the farms, or is this just is this a farm, or is this like your girlfriend or something? Because damn, son, you could do better.
Yeah,
love
I
Groupon.
agree. 4-eyed
Alex is
forest
available.
creatures are pretty.
Oh god.
No, she's not.
I mean, she is.
What are you, her dad?
No, I mean, I'm not interested.
What?
Oh, that wasn't mad about you.
Me neither.
All right, so yeah, you guys split into teams. You guys around this time you're starting to finish your food. It's gotten to about 6.
Is it before sundown?
It's getting close.
Okay, so can we assume that everyone has, like, at least some sort of pack on them, or like a sleeping
Everybody
roll?
has packs, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, especially Marcus and I.
Well, it just comes with making a character, so
Also because we the woods people.
we are
Exactly.
the woods people.
So yeah, no, you guys all have packs. So if you wanted to, you could make your way out there. You'd be making it just as the sun is basically finished setting.
Okay. Perfect. I am going to give. Actually, do any of you have hammers on you? Actually, never mind. You won't even need it. You just need like a rock. I'll assume we can find a large size of rock when we get there.
Generally speaking, because of where you guys are camping, no. Just because that's the farmland area, and
They would have had
generally
to do something with those rocks
They
because we're
could-
sleeping in in the
Welcome-
tree line.
welcome to Rosglen, where the rocks that are cleared out are used to fix the roads.
Fair
I
point.
figured as much.
Because this is like let's look at it this way. You've got farmland that they're trying to spread, so they have to clear the rocks out of the tree line. What are they and because they're cutting down those trees too to plant new ones and such, so they got to move the rocks somewhere. What are you going to do with a shit ton of rocks?
Make a road.
Break them down, fix the roads.
All right. Well then, I'm just gonna tell Alex and Zelos approximately where to put them on the way in, because I'm gonna give each of them one. I'm gonna give one to Torash and one to Ivan, so they can also go and set them up. Because we don't have a lot of time before sundown.
Yeah.
And I have a 5th, so I'm going to set it up right here. Kind of in the middle of actually, no, I'm going to set it up right in the corner of this one in the field.
Okay. All right, so you guys get the plan from, like, you guys have figured out a plan. You guys have gotten the tools that you need from Cecil, and you guys are just about to head out. And I think that's where we'll call it for tonight.
Okay.
That sounds fair.
Yeah.
Just because we could get into setting up camps, setting up traps, and all that stuff, but it's basically like 20 minutes till we generally shut it down anyways, so we'll just say next week we'll set up, or we'll start up heading towards the camps.